humor of Ricky Gervais. I was watching last night a few videos on YouTube, where I'm posting this, by the way, wherein Ricky Gervais was either invited for an interview or he was the host of the Golden Globes for 2010, 12, 16, no, 16, I mean, I think it was in December 2015, but for, what am I saying? I don't know exactly, because the last one was hosted by someone else, Jimmy Fallon, but anyway. So there were some good moments. It's interesting that he is also concerned with important things apart from just making fun of Mel Gibson. We all know who Mel Gibson thinks is responsible for what happens wrong and what is wrong. I like a drink just like any other man, unless that other man is Mel Gibson and so on. So he's targeting Mel Gibson for at least 2 ceremonies, one and then for the another one. He says, last year I was, but now I can say something good about Mel Gibson. I would rather have a drink with him in his hotel room than with Bill Crosby, the man who is was in such trouble because of accusations of harassment, rape, I don't know. So one thing which is present there, I don't know if ever present, but is his atheism, his refusal of God. Even if he ends one of the presentations for the Golden Globe with I thank God for making me an atheist, and then another time, if I'm given a wish by God, no, change that. I want to something with the Office. Anyway, he plays on the Office, see the Office, buy the Office pack in the first 2010, maybe the next one also, award ceremony. But he had a funny moment, I thought, when he's invited at Stephen Colbert, and he talks about Twitter, about the man who's attacking him for his views, and said something like, well, you will go to hell, and Satan will rape your butt, or something like that. And Ricky Gervais says, I like this most because he says, well, okay, I'll according to this guy, I'll go to hell. I'll meet with Satan, and Satan will just pick me to rape. But then, and the man also adds, so I will enjoy it so much when Satan will rape your ass. And so Ricky Gervais says, okay, but this means the guy is there too. He enjoys it, he's there. Satan takes me, but he's there too. And you know what? Satan will let me go when he sees this guy, because this guy is a Christian, right? He's lived all his life according to the rules of the game and obeying whatever there is there in the code. And so this means Satan will take him. Would be so glad to see this guy. So he makes a funny point. Sometimes the humor is maybe grotesque. Speaking of the living dead, he mentions Hugh Hefner. He says he got married to a woman who was 24. So what did she go? Why did she go with this guy for? I mean, he's 84. And then he makes, oh, I like you so much. He's making these vomiting gestures again and again. He's also talking about the tourist, which came out 3 years ago, and asking Johnny Depp, did you see it? And he didn't. Johnny Depp didn't see it, because indeed, who did? That's one of the main things. That's nominated because the members of this Golden Globe Foreign Press Club wanted to be taking pictures, selfies and pictures with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp, or they were bribed. He's mocking the audience. Some of you are great, some of you just married well, and you know who you are, we all know who you are. He's making jokes on Jennifer Lawrence and her 52 million figure for the previous year, and the fact that she's trying to have actresses paid equally, female to equal the pay of males, and that's a good point. But then he's laughing out nurses and workers in the world who demonstrated and said, mate, you need to get there, mate. How do you expect a poor girl to live on 52 million a year? And to end with, he also laughs at the fact that the year before, Tina Fey and Annie Poehler hosted the Golden Globes, and they were paid like him. And it's not his fault that they decided to share the money. In other words, he's paid twice as much as they were.